love books. There's a stack of books behind me, though, that are very disturbing and troubling. They are manifestations of this new phenomena that is called queer theory and gender theory. What they have done is they have put into the form of little cardboard books for little hands big ideas like transgenderism, transsexuality, binary, non-binary. Unfortunately, what they are doing is now adulterating the minds of children that they cannot absorb or process. It is called grooming because grooming amounts to having age-inappropriate conversations with children, oftentimes for nefarious purposes, but we do know that these are conversations that are best left at these young ages for parents with their children.
Well, Asra, you have issues with Eli's gender unicorn as a teaching tool, right?
Yes.
Tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, you were looking at TSER's fantastic little gender unicorn. It teaches students of all ages about gender identity, expression, and attraction. It teaches them that everything is on a spectrum and they should be able to explore and express themselves.
And you say that this is appropriate beginning in kindergarten.
I mean, I've worked with parents who brought it into preschools even. I see you nodding your head at that. I'm sure you're very excited about it. And I do want to point out that there are plenty of trans youth, myself included, who have come out at young ages. If I had this as a tool when I was 8 years old, I would have been so much more comfortable with myself. I would have known who I was and that I wasn't alone.
Just to piggyback on that, the signs of gender dysphoria develop very young. Like you can see it in a 3-year-old. And by the time they're 4, their gender identity is pretty much solidified. So you will see the signs of someone who's not happy with the gender they're born with very little.
Actually, that's not true. That is not true.
You can suppress it. Their gender expression is different.
True.
Gender
All
expression
of the
depends on the
all the science for the last 100 years has shown in boys who experience gender dysphoria between 2 and 3, 85% of them simply grow up to be gay.
Oh, I love that you're saying
And
this
the
study,
other
because I know
5,
exactly
don't
which
interrupt,
one it is.
don't
This
interrupt
is,
and be rude.
I will.
The other 5%
You don't think that dismissing an entire group of people is being rude?
And then there are 1 or 2%. The transgender dysphoria persists into adulthood.
At the age of 4, a child is not going to know what emotional attraction means versus physical attraction.
Children do get crushes.
This is a completely age-inappropriate product to be putting in front of children and hijacking this unicorn concept.
You say that 12 is the age that you should be talking to children about gender.
So the gender dysphoria develops very early in life, but between the ages of 4 and 6, children think very concretely about the world around them. They see black and white. Oh, girls are supposed to have long hair and boys are supposed to have short hair, and that's solidified in their minds and they can't see any other thing. It really isn't until, and their perception of the world is shaped by what they see in their family, what they see on TV. It isn't until 6 or 7 when they start to think more abstractly about things. Oh, maybe girls can have short hair or boys can have long hair. It isn't until that age that you could start talking to them about it. But it should be puberty. Because if they go through puberty in the wrong gender, it's going to cause a lot of psychological turmoil.
So you just made the point, though, that 4 is much too young to have these conversations.
I never said have the conversation at 4. I said the signs of gender dysphoria.
She is promoting the conversation at 4.